I have now been to 2 games this year, and I've seen 2 overtime losses, both in really weird fashion. The first one against Columbus with the penalty shot in overtime, and then today, as the Leafs lose 4-3 in overtime to the Washington Capitals. And my story of the game, the officials. I hate talking about these guys. They should not be the center of attention, but that's all they wanted to be this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, how many times have you seen 15 penalties? 15! I swear it felt like there was more, what special teams play than there was 5-on-5. It's awful officiating. Are there some calls that were right? Yes. I'm not going to say there wasn't. The 2 overtime ones, am I mad about them? Yes. But were they penalties? Yeah. I mean, the high stick I was a little iffy about because it hit the brim of his, the visor of his helmet, and then he kind of Carlson slung his head back. Whoa. Now, I don't know if it actually hit his face or not, but he did a really good acting job on it, and they got another power play. The power plays were 8-7 in favor of the Leafs. That is ridiculous. How can you, as an official, try your damnedest to change the outcome of a game? Now, I'm not saying that's what happened here today, because it didn't. Both teams were 1 for whatever in regulation time. But really, I mean, it's just sad watching these things happen. And Leaf fans, let's have a heart-to-heart here real quick before I break down this game. We always talk about, and we talk about it over the last little while, that guys are getting hit hard and possibly injured and whatnot. No one's doing anything about it. Tyson Barrie gets hit from behind. I mean, almost totally crushed. I think it was leg on leg by Tom Wilson. He goes to the box. Who goes after him? Frederic Gauthier. And I wouldn't say he did a whole lot. He kind of pushed him a little bit, and Wilson dropped his gloves, and really nothing happened there. But Frederic Gauthier gets a penalty. What did he actually do? Other than stand up for his guy who could have possibly been injured on the play. Now, he wasn't, but I mean, it's ridiculous. This game has gotten so soft. The first, 3 or 4 penalties of the game I thought were little foo-foo calls. We're not playing house league hockey. There's a loud contact. A little hack around the pants area is not a slashing penalty. Let the guys play a little bit. You felt like everything that was happening was getting called today. And it's sad that the officials tried their best to make a huge impact in the game. Now, let's get to this one. In the first period, the Leafs, 40 seconds in. Great job behind the net by Austin Matthews, William Nylander getting the loose puck. Now, Willie didn't get an assist on the play because he didn't touch the puck, but he did a great job getting the puck free to Austin Matthews, who centers it to Andreas Johnson, who fires it into the top corner of the net past Braden Holtby for his 4th goal of the year. Matthews with a lone assist. And just like that, the Leafs have a 1-0 lead 40 seconds in. This is great. 10:37 in, though. John Carlson allowed to walk right in, and he beats Frederik Andersen 1-1. Second period rolls around. They get a power play, a 2-man advantage. That's never good. But, I mean, special teams, right? It happened quite a bit today. And John Carlson blasts one home past Frederik Andersen, and the Caps have a 2-1 lead. Late in the second period, 33 seconds to go, Austin Matthews on a beautiful tip from the point shot of Tyson Barrie into the top corner that you cannot tip that thing any better. It was an incredible deflection by Austin Matthews. His 10th goal of the year. Tyson Barrie, Morgan Riley grab assists, and we're tied at 2. Leafs get a power play early in the third period because that's what happened all game long. Excuse me. Austin Matthews does a great job of a beautiful feed from William Nylander down low to about, I would say, the bottom of the circle on the other side. It was a beautiful feed from Nylander to Austin Matthews, who rips it top cheese for his 11th goal of the year, 2nd of the game. Marner and Nylander grab assists, and the Leafs are in front. It's 3-2. Then an odd man rush the other way, 3 minutes after that, and Oshie to Ovechkin to the back of the net, and Ovechkin's dominance against the Toronto Maple Leafs continues. And if you guys know me and you know the channel very well, you'll know I'm a diehard Ovechkin fan, so I will always love Ovechkin as much as I wanted the Leafs to win today. It breaks my heart nonetheless, because it always does when the Leafs lose. But Ovechkin scored a couple goals, and I love the guy, and he's my favorite player of all time. That's my guy. So, but they tie the game, and then as the game goes along in the third period, the Leafs have quite a few opportunities, but they can't bury a goal, and it's ridiculous. Over the shots in the third period, 14-12 in favor of the Leafs. They did a really good job there. But then we go to overtime. Not long in, Tom Wilson gets hauled down. I forgot who it was that hauled him down. And I think it was William Nylander, actually. And that's a power play. That's fine. It was a penalty. He clearly got the stick in the skates, and he goes into the goaltender. But he clearly tripped him up, and that's a power play. And with about 1 second to go in that penalty, John Carlson kind of retreating into his own zone, getting ready to get back to 4-on-4 for the time being. And Mitch Marner's stick kind of ramps up his Carlson's stick and hits him in like I said, the front of the visor, kind of pops the helmet up a little bit. Head goes back at Carlson. Arm goes up because it was going up all night. I swear to God, the whistle was so far shoved up the referee's butt. And he had beans, he had everything you can think of. He was farting all game long. And the whistle was just going off and off and off and off and off. And it was crazy. And it puts the Capitals right back on the power play. And it was just a matter of time before Ovechkin got a great shot on Frederik Andersen. And he does, as Orlov feeds him a beautiful dish on the power play for Ovechkin's second of the game, 11th of the year. And Caps win in overtime. The officials continue to try and win games. And it's ridiculous. When you see 8 power plays for the Leafs, and people are going to say, and I'm one of those people who are going to say this, you had 8 opportunities. You only scored on the one. You didn't even score on your 5-on-3 that you had early in the game. See, yeah, we can argue about, how many power plays they had, when they had their power plays, blah, blah, blah. But the Leafs, in the end, were only 1 for 8, and that's just not good enough. The Caps were 2 for 7. A lot better. A lot better. Now, Braden Holtby did make quite a few big saves late in the third period to kind of get the Caps the point, head into overtime, and obviously get the victory. But for the Leafs, look, I didn't think they played an all-around god-awful game. I didn't think that was the case today. I think they played better than they had, but clearly, it's not good enough. At one point in the second period, especially early on in that second period, the Leafs couldn't get anything going. At all. It was awful. The Caps were all over the Leafs. They had their two-man advantage. They scored a goal, and then after that, it was just kind of, they were just firing pressure, and it would not stop. The Leafs found a way to stay with that. Then the late goal by Matthews to tie the game at 2. So it was good news there. But in the end, guys, you got to play a full 60 minutes if you're going to play a team like the Caps. I look at their power play. They were moving the puck quick, precise, and they were getting shots through to the net. The Leafs, they try and skate, spin around, try the through pass, saucer pass, and it gets intercepted and shot down the ice. Something's got to happen, guys. And everyone's going to blame Babcock, and everyone's going to blame this, everyone's going to blame that. In the end, the Leafs, as a team, have not played well enough. They just haven't. Now, the great news, we saw Travis Dermott out there tonight for the Leafs, and I got to say, he looked really good. For a guy who hasn't played any preseason, didn't get any training camp, hasn't played in any regular season games at all yet, and he hops right into a game against the Washington Capitals, and he doesn't really look out of place. I loved what Travis Dermott brought to the table today. I thought he did a really good job. Problem, there we go. You get Dermott back, and then in the first period, Tom Wilson runs at Jake Muzzin, hits him awkwardly on the side. Muzzin leaves the game, does not return. Can this D-corps stay healthy, please? We don't have a lot of depth there. So you need all hands on deck. But you don't have that right now. We haven't seen that yet this year. Now, we heard also that Tavares is going to be returning before Zach Hyman. We still don't know when that's going to be. But for the Leafs, they just got to keep on grinding. I don't know what else to tell you guys. They're 6-5-3 on the year. They have not found a groove at all this year. They have not found it at all. Frederik Andersen's been okay. I didn't think he was bad today. I didn't think he was great today. And then he made some big saves in overtime, at least on the first power play. Excuse me. But in the end, it was just too much. All right, so now, this is a big test for the Leafs. The reason I'm saying that is not who they're playing on Saturday, but it's a matter of the amount of time they have off. Today is Tuesday. They don't play Wednesday. They don't play Thursday. They don't play Friday. Then they play Saturday. If you want to count Saturday and the rest of today, that is 4 days they have off. You could say off days total, so that's 3. Then you're in Philly taking on the Flyers squad, who's 5-5-1, not a really strong powerhouse team. Now you're on the road in Philly, but the Leafs, again, they need to find a way to get a victory, you know, and to play a good road game against a grindy Philly team in Philly, and if you can come out with 2 points, that's great. But you got to see this team come out flying. We have not seen that this year. What happened last year? The Leafs were incredible in the first periods. They were flying. They were incredible. This year, not good at all. Now, yes, they scored first in this game, but you don't want to just score first. You want to have a lead after 1. You want to have a lead after 2. You want to lead going into the third instead of trailing and trying to come back, or a tie game trying to hang on. You don't want to play that way. And for the Leafs, that's what they're doing right now. And it's hard to watch, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and did not enjoy the ending to today's game and really the officiating and kind of the way the game went overall, smack that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on this game, your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on anything that I missed from today's game. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Please let me know as the Leafs continue to struggle. They got a point, but again, it's not what you want right now when you're struggling. You need victories. But a point is a point against a really good Washington Capitals team. However, you were at home. You want to get 2 points. But you lost, and it was just a really weird game all around. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought about today's game. And Twitter is down below for myself. Guys, follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys on Raptors Edition. When do the Raps play next? I know they play against Detroit. I think it's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. They play tomorrow night, 7:30 tip-off against the Detroit Pistons there at Scotiabank Arena. The Raptors look to continue on their roll that they've been on over the last couple games. Good to see there. As for the Leafs, as we talked about, their next game is not till Saturday, as they're in Philly, taking on the Flyers, 7 o'clock puck drop there as the Buds look to get back into the win column, play complete 60, get Freddie a good start, and just feel confident. Get that confidence back, because I don't know if it's there right now, right? So thank you so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys then.